So today I'm going to show you how to make Black Panther's helmet. This one does not actually fit me. I was in the midst of making the Black Panther costume, and my friend has a toddler who's a huge Black Panther fan, so I made the helmet to fit his head instead of mine, so this might actually fit my head. But I do have a pattern for this, which will be big person size. How's that?
So you want to start by getting some Fosshape black. It's basically a stretchy felt that will hold any shape you put it in once you heat it up. It's a little thicker than the stuff I use for Jack Sparrow's hat. And so then you want to cut out the pattern, and that should be popping up on your screen right now. So fold your Fosshape in half, and then you want to take piece number 1 of the pattern and cut around that on the fold of the Fosshape, so that when you unfold it you get a long piece like this. The point's going to go over where the nose is. So then for piece number 2, you'll have to tape the 2 pieces together and then cut out the piece. And then fold your Fosshape lengthwise, a new piece, and then lay the flat edge of piece number 2 on the fold of the Fosshape, and then cut out around it. So when you unfold it, you get this weird looking little piece. And then you'll have a little divot in the very end of it, and that nose piece is going to slide right up into that. So you just want to sew that little piece together there with a zigzag stitch. So basically that's just the curve that got sewed together. And then all the little slits around that funky piece, you're going to sew those all together except for the one in the back. You want to leave that one open. So here it is once I've got them all sewn together, and that gives it kind of that dome shape. And of course the back is still open. It's starting to look like a dome. So then you'll cut out 2 pieces of piece 3 and 4 of the felt. Here they are. So then the L-shaped pieces will go around piece number 1, and so you'll sew it on both sides of that, and then you'll sew it the flat edge to the dome part. You do the same thing on the other side with the other L piece. It'll go around piece number 1, and you'll sew it around the corner, and then you'll sew it the flat edge to the dome part. And there will be a little gap, and that's going to be for the eye holes, so that'll form itself naturally. So here it is once I've got it sewn. You can see the lines there. Just kind of a little hood, and then the back is still open the way you want it. And so then the little rectangle pieces, the pointy edge will go in. It'll go into the corner, one on each side on the back of the mask. You'll just sew down both sides of that to sew it in place. Again, leaving the back open. So there it is once I got the rectangle sewn in. The back is still open, so the helmet can be put on and off. So I just rigged up a few pieces of cardstock on a mannequin head to give it the basic shape. And I put the mask over it, and then you want to pull it tight around whatever head form you're using and pin it in place, because it will keep exactly the shape that you have it in when you heat it up. So once you get it all pinned in place, you just want to heat it up. And I heated this up on my wood stove, so I don't actually have footage of that. But here it is once it's all hardened. It gets smooth and shiny once it shrinks that down around the head form. So you want to do that with a heat gun or a steam iron for more even heat. So then you'll cut out 2 of the ear shapes, and those are just going to go right on the side of the head. So use some glue that will not be affected by heat, so don't use hot glue. I'm using Power Tack here. And you'll stick 1 ear on each side, and then you'll heat those up as well so they hold their form. So then I cut a few pieces of pleather to go inside the ears. So you just have to measure these on your own helmet to just kind of see how they fit in there. Just make the inside of the ears dark. So I put a little more glue on the back of those and stuck them in place, 1 on each side. And then I cut 2 strips of pleather with a point on one end. So the bigger end goes in the front, and then they kind of taper off to the point at the back. So I just glued those in place, just like that. So then you want to take all your pins out of your mannequin head. And then just take some metallic silver paint and paint on all the silver lines. I didn't do anything to the felt. I didn't smooth it out or anything. I just painted right over it, and I kind of liked the way it looked, so I just did it like that. Then I popped the mask off of the mannequin head, and it holds its shape all by itself because it's been hardened with the heat. And so then there's the back, still open and flexible. So then I took a few pieces of white chiffon, and I just put some glue around each of the eyes and stuck the chiffon in there on the inside. So from the outside, that's what it looks like on both eyes. So then on the back, you want to take something sharp. I just took a compass point. You want to poke holes all the way down the slit, and then you'll just take some black yarn on a needle and run it through all the holes to make little X's so that you can tighten or unloosen the string as you need to, so you can put it on your head. And then once you get it all on, you'll just take the bottom strings and tie them on so it stays on your head, and then you can just hide the excess strings up underneath the bottom of the mask. So we'll be able to put it on and take it off and keep it tight and easy. You'll see a little bit of the yarn on the back, but it doesn't show up that badly. Knew I shouldn't have thrown that in the dryer.